fight. I often get asked, what's the difference between AGC and ABC? People ask me that all the time in the 16 years that I've been the president of ABC. And in short, the answer is, on a national basis, and it used to be this way 30 years ago, AGC represents union contractors and in fact did their collective bargaining for them, and ABC represents open shop contractors. That distinction, of course, really is not obvious here in Houston. In fact, it's almost invisible. That's because ABC won quite a few battles, and we thought we had won the war back in the 70s and the early 80s. I mean, think about it. I'd like to see a show of hands. How many people in this room have ever had to cross a picket line? Or have ever had to go through a non-union gate? How many people have ever had their employees harassed with union thugs or assaults or that sort of thing? Quite a few of you. And how many running a company have ever had to put up with archaic union rules and jurisdictional disputes and that sort of thing? So there's about half the people in the room that have never seen any of that, and that's because for several decades now the unions have worked silently and have done their thing, and the open shop has likewise built a lot of projects in this town with open shop labor. We feel like that's about to change though. Recently there was a project labor agreement signed at a major project, the South Texas Nuclear Project, where it's going to keep open shop contractors from even looking at that job, even bidding on that job. Of course, it's not just the unions that we're up against. It's a myriad of bureaucrats and your very own elected administration that's trying to dictate how you run your business. Just yesterday, Obama stated in a speech to the AFL-CIO, and I quote, "You have a perfect economic storm that's hit our middle class directly in every region, every segment of the country." I asked, perfect for what? For government to swoop in and solve all your problems? Of course, that always comes with a price, and that price is what liberals are trying to convince you. More government, more taxes, more distribution is good for everybody. In the end, you are to believe what you can't weather that storm without government officials there to guide you. Also in that same speech, Obama again pledged to the AFL-CIO that he would keep on fighting to pass the Employee Free Choice Act. From the takeover of health care, the moratoriums on drilling, the EPA taking over the TCEQ, OSHA shying away from our partnership, all these are subtle changes that are happening to you, and we feel like we're under attack by our very own government. That's why we've arranged this meeting. We got some speakers that are going to talk about the different forms of attack and ask you to engage in the fight back. I'm currently reading the book. In fact, I finished it last night. The title is Crazies to the Left, Wimps to the Right, How One Side Lost Its Mind and the Other Side Lost Its Nerves, by Bernard Goldberg, who used to work for the New York Times. Anyway, it makes me think about what's happened to the right side of the political spectrum. Have we really turned into wimps? And have we been rolled by the crazies to the left of us? And the question is today is, how big of wimps are we? How much are we going to take? And when are we going to start fighting back? So I want to just leave you with that thought. Like I said, we'll have some speakers to emphasize those points later on. But just think about what's happened to your businesses over the last decade and what we've seen over the last year and a half. And right now I'd like to introduce Wayne Navarro, who's the 2010 chairman of Associated Builders and Contractors, to lead us in the prayer and pledge while we still have the opportunity and it's still legal to do so here.